Okay, guys, this is part two. Welcome back for part two. I did a part one, and one thing I want to mention once again is I want you to go to the description below. Also, I'm going to put this link. You should go to more. You click on more, and you will click on this link and to download this folder called phpmailer folder. Okay, this is it. Let me show you here. This is I created a class. This is my main folder called login um, dash register. This is my main folder. I created classes. Sorry, I created a classes folder. This is the classes folder, and inside of the classes folder, I create phpmailer. And inside of the phpmailer, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 files, and one of them is mail.php. Mail.php, as you can see, it's empty. After that, the other for phpmailer.php, and all of this they are full. Okay, they only got the code inside of it. Now, for this is where we left. Okay, on user.php, this is where I left. Okay, now remember, let me go up okay, this is okay. Also, this is our page. This is what we're working on right now. We got the form so far. We're not done yet. And then we done our database called our table called members. Our database called login underscore system, and these are the field. Okay. Let's go back to our code. Remember, now I'm going to run this page. Okay. Let me refresh it after adding all of the codes created. We did create config.php. Okay. Also, we have to create. We're done with remember, you see classes is a folder. Class is a folder. Inside of the classes folder, we create user.php. Also inside of the classes folder, we have phpmailer / mail.php. Now we did create user.php. I'm done with user.php. For mail.php, we will create mail.php inside of phpmailer folder. Okay. Let me go back to user.php. This is where, let me show you. This is where we left. Okay, let's continue. Also inside of our phpmailer, let me close it. When I open it, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now click on mail.php. Okay. When you click on mail.php, it's empty. Now I'm going to put the code. I'm going to code mail.php for you. Okay. Because without mail.php, you cannot send email. Okay. Now I'm going to set php. Okay. And then I'm going to say include single quote phpmailer. Okay. Now I'm going to say phpmailer.php and put a semicolon at the end. phpmailer.php is found. This is phpmailer.php is found inside phpmailer folder. Got it? Good. Okay. And next, I'm going to say skip one line. Okay. Skip one line. I'm going to create a class. Oops, no. Not this. The class. If I create a class into function. Okay. I'm going to create a class. I'm calling it class mail extend php mailer. Okay, like this. Okay, now I'm going to, this is where I'm going to set This is where I'm going to set all the variables. Set a default variable. Okay. Now I'm going to say the public from equal single quote. This is where you pass your email address. I'm going to use my email address. Okay. But for you, I'm going to leave it blank. Let me show you. I'm going to leave it blank like this. I'm going to use like I probably put example at gmail.com, but you have to enter your own email address. Okay, let me put mine. Okay, and I put a semicolon. Now I'm going to use say public. Okay, $sign form name. Now I'm going to say this is a site name. This is site title, sorry. Site title. And I'm going to say public. Now it's a public host equal single quote. This is where I say smtp.gmail.com. Public $sign smtp auth, okay, equal single quote, and set, I'm going to set it to true. No, true, yes. Set to true, no single quote, just put true and semicolon. Okay, but before SMTP, let me put some things. I have to say public mailer $sign. Okay, public mailer equal single quote SMTP semicolon. Okay, next line. Now I'm going to say public $sign. This time I'm going to say username. Okay, equal single quote. For the username, I'm going to use the same email address. I can copy this one and paste it inside of it. Okay, and put semicolon. And I'm going to say public space $sign password. Okay, equal now single quote. For password, you have to enter your own password for this email address. I will enter this later. Okay, and I'm going to say public SMTP secure. I have to use TLS, single quote first, TLS. Okay. For localhost, send email from localhost, you have to use. I forgot to put $sign here. Okay. And you don't need this online server. You don't need this online server. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. Last public $sign. This is our word. This is a word wrap. It should equal 75. Okay. Save everything. Space. Now I'm going to say public function. I'm going to create a function here. For public function subject. Okay. $sign subject. Okay, and I'm going to say this subject, capital S, this subject equal subject. pass it, can copy this one and get rid of this and paste it over here and put semicolon. This is done. I'm going to pass another public. Okay. Public function. Let me go up. Now this time public function body. This is for the email address. Okay. Now I have to say same thing. This body should be capital. Like that. This body equal $ body. Okay, semicolon. We're not done yet. Okay, now after this is done, and then another public, say if I'm create another function. Okay, at this time this is for send. Okay, now I have to say this alt body equal all the slashes to clean. I'm going to, okay, strip tag underscore strip tags strip slashes right here. Okay, also parentheses this body capital, and after that I put it that double quote \n for the next line, stand for next line, and \n and put a semicolon at the end. This part is done. Or I need under this alt at this time body again equal strip string replace okay, double quote. Let me write this for you. Sp semicolon space comma space double quote \n okay, \n. At this time put a comma after them, and put a space this alt body. Okay, put a semicolon here, and now I have to return. I'm going to say return parent. Okay, send semicolon. Okay, now this is done for mail.php. Now you can save it, save all. Okay, this is done for mail.php. Okay, and let's go back to, let's see, not config.php. Yes, config, we're done with user.php, mail.php. Also, let's go back to index.php to see what is missing. Inside of the index.php, we need to create member page. Member page.php right here. I can copy this and go to our main folder. Go to our main folder and click a new file, and we can paste it and click enter. Okay, now we have this is it. We have member.php. We have to create it. Okay, now the first thing, we are going to say php. Okay, inside this php, I'm going to say require. Oh, okay, single quote, require include the folder that we call includes / this is the folder we call include. Inside of it we got config.php. Okay, require include and config.php and put semicolon here. Next line, I'm going to put a few notes for you. Now, if the user is not logging, if not login, I'm going to redirect to login page. I'm going to redirect to login page. I'm going to redirect the user to login page. So for this reason, I'm going to define, okay? I'm going to, no, before that, I have to add the code, okay? I'm going to say if, okay? If not user is, if the user is not logging, is, okay? If the user is not logging, if the user is not logging, now this is where I'm going to pass my code. I'm going to say header. I'm going to redirect the user to the location. The location should be login.php. Now, for this reason, I'm going to create login.php page and put semicolon here, and I have to exit. Okay, and I have to exit. Okay, guys. Now, let's continue. For the after that, now I have to define the page. I have to define the page title. Oh, we got an F. Okay. I have to define the page title. This is let me see. We do for the okay. Now yes, I have to define the page. I have to define the page title. Okay. Let me define the page title. I'm going to say required. Okay. Single quote. Include. No, not this time. The page title inside of the header. The header page is inside of the layout. Required layout / header.php and put semicolon. Let me go up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Now this is we done with this part. Let's go down after this. Okay, now this is where I'm going to create the inside. I'm going to create a div and pass a class called container. And inside of this div, I'm going to create another div and call a class called war. Okay, and inside of this one, create another div, and this is class called for the colon for this style. I'm going to call XS and 12 space call SM8. Okay, SM8 space call, and then we need should be MD6 call SM offset. Okay, at this time you need offset 2 space call, this for colon, offset at this time offset 3. Okay, and inside of it, and inside of this div, I'm going to pass a header that we call h2. Okay, and inside of that, I'm going to write something. I'm going to say member only page. That's when the user login. This is what you're going to see. Okay, that's the main page. When you register and you log in, you're going to see this line. I'm going to say member only page. You can put anything you want, and this is where I'm going to pass the welcome. And after welcome, we need pass PHP inside of it to create the echo HTML special car. Okay, like this, and call the session underscore. Okay, you call the session, and we put bracket single quote, and this is where you call when you say welcome, and you pass the session to go to the database, grab the username, and say welcome so and so. That's how you say username. Okay, and after that, after the bracket, you put a comma, space, and quote underscore. Yes. Okay, and you put a semicolon here, and then close H2. Okay, let me move this a little bit as I want you to see. Okay, or if you want, I can move this over here, and then this is HH. Okay, now you have an idea. Okay, and after H and passive, this is where I'm going to put the logout. If you want, I call it P, like a phrase, and I'm going to pass in an anchor tag. Oops. Okay. I'm going to pass an anchor tag, and inside of the anchor tag, I'm going to call it logout.php. I have to create it. Also here, I'm going to say logout, and close this one. And after that, I'm going to create a line. I'm going to call it HR. Okay. These two, I close it a little bit. Okay, guys. Now let's go. Okay. And at the end, I wanna pass the footer. I said PHP. Okay. This is where not inside of it. Okay, I'm going to say required. Yeah, I'm going to say required single quote layout. This is where I got the footer inside of the layout. Let me show you. I have the footer inside of the layout. Layout. This is the folder. I call the folder first, and then I call what I want from the inside of the folder. Layout footer.php, and I put semicolon. Now I can go here and save all. Okay, so far so good. We need more thing to go. Let me go and run this program. Okay, when I run it, this is what I got. I have this error. It says SQL state and so on. 2019. It says unknown character set. Let's go back to our code and try to fix this. Okay, unknown character set. Oh, let me find. Okay, if we go back, okay, we done member page is fine. Go back to, let's see, you got character here. Okay, let's see, user. Okay, I'm checking to see where we got the error message. Index.php. Let me go up and scroll down. Scroll down. This looks good. Looks good. Let's go to config.php. Okay, this probably, let me see, config.php char set, because it says character set. Okay, char set on config.php line 20. Okay, this is good. This is, oh, okay. Let's remove this, guys. I want you to remove the equal sign after UTF-8MB4. There is no equal sign. I want you to remove this and save the program and go back and refresh the page. Now we have another error. It's an unexpected identifier function construct expecting function or constant on user.php on line 7. Let's go to user. This is user.php on line 7. This is line 7. Okay, this is line 7. Oh, okay, yes, so this is it. We have function underscore construct. We're not supposed to we're supposed to get two words. You're supposed to get it like this: function space construct. But for the inside of the construct, when you click on the you press shift and you click on the minus sign twice. This is it. Also, this for this construct is this one is the second on line 8 for parent. It's okay, but it's supposed to be like this. And then now save all and go back and refresh the page. Now we have another error again. It's a password not found. It's a uncaught error, class password not found. User.php on line 4. User.php on line 4. Yes, okay. Because we say class user extends password. So we don't have the password.php yet. We have created here. Let me show you. If you go to, when you click on classes folder, this is where we got password, okay, .php, and you create user.php is done. Also, we create user to call password. Also, that's why I say class user extend password. Okay, in order to user works, we should get password file, password.php. For this reason, we have password, but there is no code. Okay, now let's create password.php. Let put some code inside of password.php file. Okay. The first thing we are going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put I'm going to say PHP. Okay, now we're working with password.php. To keep it simple, guys, let me show you something. I'm going to say if not define single quote password underscore decrypt. Okay, and I'm going to pass the code here. I'm going to say define password underscore decrypt again. At this time we put space here, put a comma, space 1, and put a semicolon, and we say define, okay, single quote password. At this time we're going to use password underscore default. Okay, and go after the next single quote, put a comma, and put password underscore decrypt. Okay, put a semicolon at the end. Okay, this is this part is done. Let me put it a little bit closer. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hard code in this part, because I want to keep it short as possible. Or I'm going to use something. Okay, as I tell you guys, I'm going to hard code in this part for password.php. I'm trying to keep this short as possible. But the first thing I want to do, I want to create a class I want to create a class for password. Okay, I want to create a class for password, the first thing. And the second thing I want to do is to say, I'm going to say public function. You see the space? Construct. Okay. Semicolon. And you don't need semicolon. Okay. It's okay now. Okay. Now, for the next part, I'm going to hard coding for this. I'm going to have to create a function for password hash. But to keep this simple, I'm going to try to keep it really short. Okay, and as I had told you, I'm going to hard coding this one. I have a few codes for password, the hash password. Okay, for this reason, I'm going to paste it inside here. Okay, started from here. Let me show you. This is the class password I created. This is the second line of code that I created. And this is the third. This is where I started. Let me put something. Start from here. Okay. This is our created class. Okay, I say function password hash. Okay, this is it. You can write this. Okay, trigger error. A script must be loaded for password hash to function. Okay, I create a warning. And here I create is if not string password, trigger an error. Password hash password must be a string. Okay, and then return null. Okay. Also, this is I use a switch. Okay, and then case. Okay, and let me move this so that you can see the rest of the code. Okay, right here you can see the rest of the code. Okay, started from here. I started everything. I coded this. Okay, after that I hard coding from here. Okay, for this, let me move this a little bit so that you can see those parts at the end. Okay, and move this back. And I use option for salt, I use switch case. Okay, for password, make sure everything works fine. Also, when I reach here, okay, also you can see those parts. Okay, I move it for you, and I move it back. You can, when you play the video, you can pause it. Okay, and you can see those everything, and start from here. Now I input something. This is end of. Let me go up. This is the class password. I'm going to put end of class password. Okay, now I'm going to put something, add something again for you. Now I'm going to create a function. A function generate. Okay, now I'm going to hard copy this part also, and this is, I'm going to add it from here. This is the second part I add. Okay, that's why I put double slash for you, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, this is the second part, started from here. Okay, this is a function generate underscore entropy byte. Okay, buffer and so on. You can copy this. Okay, just to keep this simple, you can copy this, as you can see. All right, I want to go faster, slower. Okay, and start from here, and next. I'm going to add something. I'm going to add something again, another function. Okay, at this time this function is for password get info hash. Okay, and I'm going to start from here, and I'm going to paste it. Okay, this is really short, not too long. I'll go back again for you. Okay, and right here, this is the function password get info. This is it, and then fit end of here, end of password get info. Okay, now next thing I want to add another function for you. I want to add another function. Start from here. Another function start from here. I'm going to paste it. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, this is the get info. Let me show you. Where's the get info? I click on here, extend it. Okay, this is the get info. Start here, finish here, and at this time, this is the function password need rehash. Okay, this is start from here, and finish here. Okay, end of password need rehash. Okay, it done. Start from here and finish here. Okay, let me move this a little bit. You can see. Now next thing, and why not last thing I want to add for you, I want to add another function. By the way, that's last but not least, last functions. Start from here, and this last function is okay, start from here, and this function is for password verifying. And start from here, I'm going to paste it. Okay, you start from here, password verify, and done, and here, end of password verify. Okay, let me go up. I can go stay here, and this is our last. Move this and save everything. Okay, guys, now we're done with password. Okay, password.php is done, and now let me go up a little bit for you. I don't know if you're done with this part. And I can go up a little bit for you so you can see all the code. This one start here and finish here. That's why I mark it for you. And this one start here, finish here. That one is for let me do it this way for you. Make it simple. This is the end, and paste it. Right, let me put it and put a space. This is the end of generate. Okay, I say put them for you. Okay, as you can see. Okay, password generate. Okay, guys, now this is done for password password.php. Okay, now we can go back, save everything, go back and refresh our page. When we refresh it, this is said, let me say, uncut argument count error define. Expect at least one argument. Okay, the error on define on password.php on line 2, error is on define. Let's go to see password, and let's go line 2. This is line 2. Okay. You say if not defined password be crypt. Okay. Oh, okay. We have to put D after password, after define. If not defined with a D, okay, at the end, D, okay. And save everything, save all, and go back to our browser and refresh the page. Now it said fatal error declare of user construct. DB must be compatible with password construct on user.php on line 7. Construct public function construct. Public function construct on 9 here. Oh, okay. This is the error, guys, on public function construct. I forgot to put the S. The S, it should be like this. Yes. And now we can save everything. 1 second. Save all. And go back. Refresh the page. Okay. Now here's our form. This is for the register form. We don't have the login form yet. Okay. This is already a member login. You click here and send you to the login page. Now this is register. Okay. Look at the result. Okay. Now let's create our login page. You have to go to our main page, go to our main folder, and right click on, and we say login.php. Okay. Now let's put some code inside of the login.php. Okay. Login.php. The first thing we have to say PHP. Okay. I say PHP. At this time, I'm going to say require once. Okay. Include. Let me extend this for you so that you can see. I'm going to say include with S / config. Config that PHP. Okay, semicolon. Now I have to check. Now I have to make sure. I'm going to check to see if already. I'm going to check to see if the user logged. Okay, I'm going to make sure the login move to the home page. I'm going to, let me say it this way. Keep it simple. Login move to home page. Okay. For this I'm going to say if user, okay, is login. If user is login, okay. Now I have to redirect the user to the home page. I have to say header single quote location, okay, index.php and semicolon, and I have to exit. Okay. Now next. Now I have to process. This is where I'm going to process our login form. Process login form when it's submitted. Okay. Submitted. And for this reason, I'm going to say if is set. Okay. $_ post bracket single quote. When the user click on the submit button, this is where I'm going to pass all the variable, everything inside of submit button. Okay. The first thing I'm going to say if not is set, if the user is not enter username password. Okay. The first thing is if this is not enter, if not is set $post bracket single quote. The first thing is username. If the user is not entered in username, I have to create the error message. Here, I have to say $error, okay, like this, space, equal, space, double quote, and we'll say, please fill out or filled. Okay. And I put, we don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. What is missing? 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 If this, let me make sure I got it right. If, okay, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have one extra. We have one extra. I have to. This one is for this. This one is for this, and then put a semicolon. Nope. Put a semicolon here, and continue with our code. Okay. Okay, guys. You can put space here. Okay. That's why I like to comment. Sometimes you're in trouble. This is end of if login. Okay, now let me keep it. I'm going to say if. Okay, another if not is set. Okay, $_ post bracket single quote. If the user is not enter his username or password, and error message like this, space, equals single quote. I want to say please put the same thing, please fill out or fill. Wow. You got another one. We don't need this. We need semicolon. Okay. Now, guys, I'm going to say username. I grab username, $post, okay, bracket single quote, username, semicolon. If user is valid username. Oops, let me go back and fix this. If user is valid username, because if, okay, now we put it like this, and you use another if inside of it. So if not, okay, if not is set, okay, $post bracket single quote for the bracket single quote for the password. Now for the password, okay, now let's add my code here. Error message, say error like this, space, equals single quote. I'm going to say a password must be entered. Okay, and semicolon. And this is done. Okay, now I'm going to use it for password. I'm going to say password equal $post password. Okay. Next, after password, space, if user login, if the user login, Okay, username, enter username and password. Now I'm going to pass my code inside here. That's how I call this. I'm going to call this session. I'm going to say session bracket single quote username equal username. Okay, semicolon. And then directed header, I'm going to say header. Okay, location. Well, if the username enter if when the username login, if username login and the username password and also a username equal username. Now I have to redirect the user, send user somewhere, and the location that I've sent, I will say location. I'm going to send the user to the member page that PHP. Remember we did the member page that PHP. We did it. Okay, member page that PHP, and click on semicolon here, and now I have to exit. Okay, and put semicolon. Okay, now if user login, username password, username equal username, now I have to use an else in case. Okay, else error message. Okay, else error equal single quote. If there is an error, I'm going to say wrong username or password, or your account has not been activated. Activated. Okay, has not been activated, and we need semicolon at the end. Okay, guys, now I'm going to use, let me bring this back. Okay, this is from this if is valid username. Okay, this is from the valid username. This is from the valid username. I'm going to use an else statement here. I'm going to use an else statement here for the error message. In case, I'm going to set error space equal single quote username. In case if there are two usernames, same thing. I'm going to say usernames are required to be alphanumeric, or and between, I'm going to put something between 3 and 16 characters. Okay, long. And I put a semicolon at the end. Okay. Now, this is this one is for, this is end of submit. I'm going to say end of submit. Okay. Move this up. Okay, and this one is the end of if login. I don't want to mess up with them. Okay, after end of submit, guys, and go after that, put some space. Now I'm going to define the page title. I'm going to define the page title. I'm going to say title equals single quote login. This is a login page. Semicolon, space. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to include the header template. Okay, for this reason I'm going to say required single quote the folder layout, because the inside of the layout, this is where we find header. Okay, let's go back to login. I'm going to say layout / header.php. Okay, semicolon. And now this is where I got our PHP. Okay, this is where this. Okay, let me go up for you. Sorry. This is the PHP. I open it here. I have to close this one and copy this. Now cut it. I cut it, and I have to close it over here. Paste it here. This is where I close it. Okay. Now, as I close it here, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the form for login.php. I'm going to create the form for login.php. Okay. I'm going to create the form for login.php. Okay. We close this here, the PHP. Also, we got one left, end of if login. Let me go up and figure it out. This is if user login, header send user to the index.php, and exit. And after exit, we should close it. It's open here. We should close it. Now, what we should do, we should cut this one and go up, and after exit and paste it over here. We should close it. Yes. Okay, this is, and save everything and scroll down for me and create some space. Now, this is where I'm going to create the form. Okay. This is where I'm going to create the login form. Okay. For this reason, I'll create a div. Class, I call it container. And inside of this one, I create another div. Okay. A class row. And inside of this class row, I'm creating another div. This is where I call, for this one, I call XS. This one should be 12. Call, okay. SM 8 space call. MD6 space call. SM. This one should be offset 2. Call space MD offset 3. Okay. Now this is where inside of it, this is where I'm going to create our form. I'm going to say form. Okay. We need no class. You can cut this. For the action, leave action empty. For the method post, this is good. Also, I'm going to use a wall form. Okay. And I'm going to say something else. I'm going to say autocomplete off. Okay. And inside of this form, the first thing I'm going to pass a header. This is H2. And I'm going to say please log in. And I'm going to pass a phrase sent for P, and I'm going to use an anchor tag. Oops, go back. I'm going to pass an anchor tag. Okay, and inside of this anchor tag, this is how I'm going to use it. Follow me. Let me put it this way so that you can see that. The first thing I'm going to use a single quote, and I put it // Okay, back to home page. This is where you if you on the, let me show you, let me go back to the web browser. Oh, here, when you here, you click on login and you go back and it will show you the message that will say um back to home page. Will send you to member page.php. Okay, you will see that later. That's why I'm going to say to home back to home page. Okay, and I'm going to create a line. I call it HR. Okay, and after that I'm going to pass a PHP. I'm going to call PHP. Okay, I call this PHP because I want to check. Okay, I want to check for any errors. I'm going to say if set, okay, errors. If set error, now I'm going to use a for each loop. I have to loop for each. I'm going to use for each loop errors as error, not key. Okay, and we don't need all of this. Get rid of it. Okay, for each error as error. Okay, now I'm going to pass my code here. I'm going to equal single quote P. Okay, let me close it. And inside of the first one, I'm going to pass a class. Oops. Edit, undo. Okay. Class single quote the error message. This is that danger. Okay. And after that, here, remember the closing single quote. I have to cut this one and put it after here. And after that, I put a dot, error, and I put on the dot. Now, for this closing P, I have to put it inside of the single quote. Cut this one, put it inside of the single quote. Okay, and put a semicolon. Okay, guys. Now, we're not done yet. After these two, space. Now I'm going to say if, okay, if set. Now for the action, I want to take action right now. If set $_get bracket single quote for action. Okay, now I'm going to pass. I'm going to use a switch case. Okay, I'm going to use a switch case. I'm going to say if set get action. Now let me put in few notes for you. Now I'm going to check the action. Okay, for this I'm going to use a switch. As you can see, when I click and it give me switch, case, break, and so on, I'm going to use all of this. Now the first thing, I use a switch. Okay, get rid of this $_get, and I say bracket single quote action. This is where this is the end. Let me end of switch. TCH. Okay, end of switch. This one is the end of action. I put it this way. Okay, and then create space. Okay, now switch get action. Now I have to say case not value, case active, put case active, colon. Now I have to put inside here, I'm going to say equal double quote. I'm going to pass a header, call it H2, and close it close it, close h2. Okay, but inside of the first h2 open anything pass, I'm going to pass a class with a single quote, bj. So this is a message success. Okay, this is success, and this is done. This is the message. I'm going to say your account is now activate. You may now log in. Okay, and I need a semicolon at the end here. Okay, now and then after finish this line statement of code, I have to put a break, and after the break, I have to create a case, and I have to say I need a case. Okay, I'm going to say case single quote reset double colon. I have to equal space single quote, pass a header again, and close it, close the h2, and inside put a semicolon. Okay, and inside of the first one I'm going to, or what we can do, guys, we can also copy and paste. We can copy and paste okay, let me delete this one. We can copy and paste this. Okay, if you want, keep it short, and you can paste it over here. Okay, instead of activate, now we have to put reset. Okay, h2 success message. Now I have to say now different thing. I have to say please. Now I have to say please. Okay, check your inbox. Please check your inbox for a reset link. Period. Okay, semicolon. I put a break, and I'm going to do the same thing. I don't need the last two. I'm going to copy this. Okay, and copy and paste it over here. And this time I'm not going to say reset. I'm going to say reset account. I'm going to say reset account equal h2 class with success. Now the message I want to pass here is password change. That's for the email, and you may now log in. Okay, now okay, this is done. This is the two. Oops. Okay, put it, keep it close. Okay, now almost done, and you save the program. Now next thing I want to add the form itself. The form itself after the closing PHP. Okay, remember the same inside of the form. Now I'm going to create a div. I'm going to create a div, a class called form group. Class called form group. Inside of it, I'm going to create an input type text, name username. For the we don't need for the value. Or do I have to use values? No, I don't have to use values. I don't have to use values here. I don't have to. Let me see. Something's missing. Name, semicolon, name, username. Okay, this is okay. Yes, name. Input type text. Name, username. How to use the ID. Okay, for the ID, it should be ID username. Also, I need a class. I need a class called form control. And the class called form control. input from control. Okay, I need a placeholder equals double quote username with 2 words. If you want, you can put it in 1 word. Okay, I have to close in here. We have 1 extra. Also, let me okay, put it this way so that you can see. Now, after the placeholder username, I have to use value. Yeah, I need value. The value, this way I'm going to pass the PHP. Yeah, this for values. I'm going to use I'm going to say PHP if set not I'm going to say if set error message. Okay, if set error message equal if set error message equal HTML special character right here. Now I have to use post method bracket single quote username and put a comma here, space, and I'm going to use end of quote. Yes, and after that I have to put, let me bring this up for you so that you can see. Yes, bring this up, and I have to put a semicolon here and close here. This is fine. And let me see here, and then I have to say tab index equal 1. Okay, this div for this, I have to bring this up. Okay, keep it closed. Next, create a space. Another div, guys. Or what I can do, I can copy this. Okay, I copy this and I paste it over here. Now I'm going to make some change. Type for the now we do for the username. Now for the password, input type password. Okay, name should be password. Input type password, name password, ID password, double S. Okay, also the class from control input placeholder password. Okay, placeholder password, tab index. Now this time we don't need for the password, we don't need the values for the PHP. All we need is let me try to get it right for you. Placeholder password and tab index should be equal 1, 2, 3. Which one? Okay. Now this is done. Next, okay. Now for the forgot password. For the forgot password, we need a div. I create a div class called row, and inside of it, I create another div, a class called xs. This time 9 space call sm9. Okay, space call sm9. Now I have to create an anchor tag. I create an anchor tag with a single quote where I pass the reset.php to reset your password. Okay, this is reset password, reset.php. Also, I have to put the message. I say, if you forget your password, I say, forgot your password, question mark. Okay, this div for this. I have to keep it close. Okay, this for this for this. Okay, now I have to keep this really close. Okay, now next I have to create pass a line with HR, a line. Okay, now almost done, guys, for this form. I need a div. Okay, class called row, and inside of it I can put a space here if you want. Inside of this div I create another div, or I can copy this everything inside of it and copy and paste it here, and then make some changes. Instead of 9, put a 6, and make some changes here. It should be MD6. Okay, now, and inside of it, this is where I'm going to pass my input type. At this time, for the now I'm created the submit button for the login. Input type submit, input type submit, name submit, input type submit, name submit. For the value, I'm going to put login. Okay, I'm going to put login. Also, I need a class. Here. I'm going to call the class btn dash primary btn lock. This is btn block btn. Okay, and next, now skip this, go here after table index 5 and close div. Or what I can do for you, I can do this, bring this to next line if you want, if you can see it, or bring this from class and bring this up. Okay, this is the input, start from here, finish here. Okay, div, bring it up. Okay, this keep it close. Okay, now guys, and bring this form up, keep everything really close. Okay, and okay, keep everything really close. Now I think almost done. One line of code. We have to call the footer. For this reason, I said PHP. Okay, and say require single quote include / footer.php, and put the semicolon here and save everything. Now let's go back, guys, to our web browser and refresh the page and click on login. We still got the form. As you can see, we still got the form. Go back to home page. Okay, and click on login. We have an error that says required include footer.php failed to open stream, no such file directory. On login.php on line 107. Line 107. Include path. Okay, line 107. Oh, sorry guys, this is the error message, because we have the footer.php is found on layout. As you can see, this is the folder layout. When you open it, you see you have footer and header. You got header and footer, and I put include. There is no include. I have to put layout, the folder, and I'll call the file footer.php. I save it. and click on File, Save All, and go back to our browser, refresh the page. There is no error. Okay, so far so good. When you click on go back home, as you can see, you click on login, click on forget password. We have to create this part. Okay. See, as you can see, now we can see the error message. If we go to register, we click here, we got the error message, all our error messages. Okay, now let's go back, and what we are going to create now. We're done with password. We're done with all this. We're done with footer, header, index, login.php. Now we have to create for the forgot password. Let me go back again, refresh the page, and if I want to go back also for the login, I say forgot password. Okay, we need it. Go back for this reason. That's why we on login.php. Remember we said reset. This is it. We have reset.php. Reset.php we copy. We have to create this file. To create this file, we have to go to our main folder. Okay, click on new file. I can paste it here. Okay, and click enter. Now we have reset. Now we have reset.php. We have to create add some codes inside this file. Okay, I'm going to say php. I'm going to say php, guys. I'm going to say php required. Okay. Now I can say include, because I have to put the config. Include with an S /. I call the folder first, and then I'll call the file config.php, and click on semicolon and space. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to see if login and redirect member to member page. Redirect to member page. If the user login, I'm going to redirect to member page. I can put it this way. Redirect user to member page. Okay. For this, I'm going to say if user, okay, if user is login. If user login, okay. If user login, now I have to redirect user to a location called single quote location. I have to redirect the user to member page. Okay, member page.php, and after that, I have to redirect the user to member page.php. Also, I have to exit. Okay. Also, I have to exit, and this is done. Next, you go space. Now, put it this way. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to prepare. I'm going to make sure I'm working on the form. Submitted. I'm going to process the form. When the user click on the submit button, I have to process all the info. Okay, now I'll say if this time if form has been put this. If form has been submitted, process it. Okay, I'm going to say if is set. Now post submit. Okay, this is where I'm going to pass all my code. If is set submit, and now I have to say if not, okay, post. If when the user click on the submit button, guys, but if the user is not entered his email address, okay, let me put it now. I'm talking about for the reset link button, not underscore underscore, I'm using post, not post his email address, and this is where I'm going to call the error message error like this, space equal single quote, and pass a message. I'm going to say please fill out all field. Okay, and put I have to put a semicolon, but I don't need this. We don't need this. This is the, don't forget, this is for end of submit. Okay. Now next. Now I'm going to validate the email address. I'm going to validate the email. Let me put it. I'm going to say email validation. I'm going to say if not, I'm going to use a filter, is not filter variable. Okay, and I'm going to use a post method, post email, and I'm going to go here, put a comma, filter validate email right here. Okay, and now I can enter my code here. I have to, first thing I have to call for the error. I have to call for the error message space equal single quote, and pass a message where I'm going to say please enter a valid email address, and put a semicolon. Okay, that one is end of filter. Okay. Okay guys, now after that end of filter, now I'm going up, it should go up. Okay, after that I have to say, I have to create a else statement. I'm going to say else statement. I have to use statement equal $db. Okay, now I have to prepare single quote. Now I have to select email from our table called members. Okay, where email equal email, and put a semicolon. Our next statement is to execute that statement. Okay, with an array. Array. Okay, now I use a single quote colon email, and go here the second quote, and then space post, a post method, bracket single quote email, and put a semicolon. And next I have to check for the wall equal statement. I have to fetch check PDO fetch association, and put a semicolon. Pretty much the same thing over and over. You keep repeating, guys. This is coding is not too hard, because you keep repeating the same thing. If you go on different other pages, you will see, you will find the same, or pretty much the same line of code. Okay, now this is the else statement. I'm not done yet, but pretty much almost done. And I'm going to use the if. Now if the email row is empty, that's how I'm going to work on right now. If empty, the row, if the row is empty, the row email is empty. Okay, if the row is empty, I have to call an error message. I'm going to say error equal single quote, and I pass my message. I'm going to say email provided is not recognized. Email provided is not recognized. Okay, and put a semicolon, and this put it pretty much close. This is the end of this one. Is let me check. This is end of else. Okay, now double space. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to check if no errors. If there is no errors, carry on. If no errors have been created, carry on. If not set errors, the last sign errors. Okay, put my code here. If not set errors, this is where I'm going to use a statement, guys. I'm going to use a statement here. Okay, if not set error, I'm going to create a statement that I'm going to say no equal db, the last sign db. Okay, prepare. Okay, and you said single quote select password, not only password, select email, and from the table, our table name called members. Okay, where email address equal email, and put a semicolon. Our next statement, now I have to execute that statement. Okay, I'm going to say array. Okay, array single quote colon email space. Okay, dollar sign post bracket single quote email and semicolon. Okay, and I'm going to use the row equal statement, dollar sign statement. Now I have to fetch. Okay, PDO fetch association, and put a semicolon. Now for the token, remember, let me go back and go to our database. Let me show you for the token, we set token. Okay, I'm going to say token equal hash underscore, should be underscore, hash mark single quote. This is how you, let me show you the format like that, 256. Okay, and put a comma, a space, you grab the user, that will be generate right here, it space sign row bracket single quote password. Okay, now put a semicolon. Now for the store token, stored token equal hash. I'm going to repeat pretty much the same thing. Single quote 256, put a comma, space, and call the token. Call the token and put a semicolon. Okay. Now, as I reach here, guys, this is where I use this to store in the database, to store the hash, okay, value inside of the database. Now, and then the normal value is sent to the user. And for this reason, I'm going to use a try catch block. I'm going to use try, and it's inside of the try. I'm going to do the statement. I'm going to statement equal $db, okay? DB prepared, and now I'm going to update. I'm going to say update our table members and set it for the reset token. Reset token equal colon token, comma, and a reset complete equal single quote, nope, single quote, no. And after that, I say no. I'm going to say where email equal colon email. Okay, and put a semicolon at the end. I probably cut it here for you. Okay, if you want, and put it like this. Okay, this is the rest of it. Also, we're not done yet. Go here. This is my next statement. My next statement is to execute it. I'm going to say array. Okay, I'm going to put it this way for you. Array single quote colon email space. Okay, the row bracket single quote email, comma, single quote colon token, space. At this time I'm going to say store token. Okay, leave it like this, and space that here, and put a semicolon here. Now guys, I'm working on, now I'm going to work on send email. Okay, now I'm going to say to equal row bracket single quote, oops, single quote email, and put a semicolon. And next I'm going to say the subject to the email. Now I'm going to use the subject equal double quote password reset, a semicolon. Now for the body, equal double quote I'm going to use a P, put it this way, okay, and close it. That's why I'm going to say this is when you reset your password. Remember, we're working on reset.php. When you reset the password, you receive the link. The link will say someone requested that the password need to someone requested that the password need to be resetted, something like that. Someone requested that the password is okay. Need to okay. Let me keep it simple to reset. Okay. The password need to reset. Okay. Okay, and then close P. And we're not done yet. Okay. And let's continue with our message. We put space. Next line. I'm going to put it like this for you. Next line, I'm going to use a P like this. P. Or what I can do, I can copy the first one. I can copy the first and paste it here. Okay, and replace pass by something else. I'm going to say if that the message, if this was a mistake, comma, just ignore this email and nothing will happen. Okay, period. We can put more. We can copy this one because we have to tell the user to click on the link to reset the password, and bring this down and paste this and replace it by something else. You have to say to reset your password, comma, you can say visit the following address, colon, visit the following address, colon, and then now I'm going to use an anchor tag. I'm going to use an anchor tag like this. Okay, and close it, open it, oops, and inside of the first one, follow me guys, inside of the first one, I'm going to say href equal single quote, follow me, single quote, and a double quote, and I put a dot. Okay, I put it call the direction der dot. Okay, der dot. After the double quote, I'm going to say reset. I'm going to say reset password dot php and put it like this. And put a key, okay, equal $sign token. And as you can see, we got a single quote, and after the closing here, you put a double quote and put a dot, der dot again, and after this the second double quote, I'm going to say reset password dot php, okay, question mark, and I have to say key equal $ token again, and closing anchor tag to remove this, and closing P and semicolon. Okay. Let me try to see if I can code it for you so that you can see. Let me code it from here. Oh, now you can see everything. Okay, guys, this part is done. Now let's continue. Okay, now this is where I'm going to say mail equal new. Okay, mail semicolon, and I have to say mail. Okay, set form. I say site mail. Okay, and I said $ mail. Or what I can do, I can copy one and and paste it. Okay, and I say mail add address. Okay, $2 $2. Now I can paste this. I can paste this one and say body $body. Okay, and call body semicolon, and you can call mail. Okay, now for send, leave it blank or empty. Okay, next, this is where I'm going to redirect to index page. This is where I said header single quote location. Okay, login.php question mark action equal reset semicolon, and after that I have to exit. Okay, the next thing, guys, this is where I'm going to now. I have to work with the catch block right now. I'm done with try. For the I have to use PDO exception E. Okay, in case there is an error message inside of the catch block, I'm going to say to call error. Okay, error like this, space equal E. This little guy, you can copy this one and paste it over here, and I have to say get message. Okay, like this semicolon. Also, we can bring all this. This is pretty much done. Okay, now as you can see, I mentioned this is the end. This is the end of submit. After end of submit, I create some space, and this is where I'm going to define page title. Remember, we did define page title on it, pretty much on everything. This is I said title equal reset account and semicolon. Okay, and this is where I close my PHP tag. This is where I close my PHP tag, and after the PHP tag, I go, and this is where I have to create the what we call everything, our container and everything. Or before that, before after the title, I have to call the header. Just for this reason, I have to say required. The header is found inside of the layout. Required layout / header dot PHP, and you put a semicolon and close our PHP here, and close our PHP, and close our PHP here. And after the PHP, now this is where I'm going to create our main. Now I have to create a div for call container, okay, and inside of this one create another div called class war, and inside of this one I have to create another div at this time called class called for the structure, and xs12 call this one sm8 space should be md6, okay, sm offset 2, okay, offset 3. Okay guys, now let's go, and inside of it, okay, this is where I'm going to create our form. I say form and click enter and click on tab. And now for form, we don't need the class, get rid of it. For the action, we leave it blank, get rid of this one. For the method post, and then we use wall, okay, wall form, okay. Now you have to say autocomplete off, and inside of this form I'm going to place a header h2, where I'm going to say reset password, okay. And after that I'm going to use a phrase for p, and with an anchor tag. Inside of the anchor tag, this is where I'm going to pass login.php, and here this is where I pass the message, and this is where I say back to login page, and I close it here. And after that I'm going to pass a line for hr and go down a little bit. Now this is where I'm going to call PHP. I call PHP why? This is where I'm going to check for any errors message. Call for any error message. For this reason I'm going to say if ESET, okay, $ error, okay. Now I'm going to pass my code here. I'm going to use a for each loop. Is ESET error for each, okay, for each error as error. We don't need this, get rid of it. And I'm going to pass my code here, and that's why I'm going to use equal single quote and use a PA phrase. And remember the next piece should close, the first one should find it itself inside of a single quote, and you can put it that way using a single quote, and for the close one, close P like this, and you can put semicolon at the end, and inside of the first one open it, and we create a class equal and double quote bg, this one for the danger. And after that remember, after that from the middle here, this is where we said that, and we call the error, and we put another dot, and now we can close it. Okay, this is it. Also after that, this is for this, this for this, and after the second one we go down a little bit. We use another if, that if for the action we say if ESET. Now we use the get method, get, okay, if you set get bracket single quote, now say action, I'm going to pass my code. I'm going to pass my code here. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Now I'm going to use the switch case break. Okay. I'm going to say switch. Okay. I'm going to use the same thing, switch, and $sign get. Okay. Action. To separate this, let me put a message for you. Check the action. Okay. Okay, action for the case. This case should be active. Okay. Double quote. And now my code, I have to say equal space space double quote, equal space double quote. Okay, equal space double quote. I'm going to pass in header, I'm going to pass h2. I'm going to close open and h2 closed, and inside of the first one, open it and pass a class. I'm going to say class equal single quote the message bj. Okay, and dash success. Okay, and active. Oh, we miss something. This that's why I got green. Case single quote. Active should be closed with a single quote. Okay, that's fine right now. Success, and this is where I'm going to pass my message, where I'm going to say your account is now active. You may now log in, and then h2 close and semicolon, and I have to create a break. Now I add a break, and I need another. We don't need these two. Okay, I can copy these two line. I can copy and go after and paste those two lines. I can change after active. Now I have to put reset. For the reset, I have to pass the same thing. Okay, for the success, same thing, but different message. Different message. Now this is where I'm going to say, please check your inbox for a reset link. Period. Okay. I can put this a little bit closer for you. Okay, and then for the close. Okay, PHP, this is where I close it, and then after the closing PHP, I go a little bit down and create a div, and inside of this div, I call it form group. Okay, and inside of it, this is where I'm going to pass my input type email, name, email, and value blank. I need an ID. I call it ID should be email as well. And I need a class. I call the class form control. Input like this. Okay. Also, I need oops. Let's go to edit. Okay. I need a placeholder. I'm going to put for the placeholder, I'm going to put email. Okay. Enter your email if you want. Enter your email. Okay, enter your email here. And last but not least, I'm going to put table index equal 1. And this div, for this I have to keep it closer. Okay, keep it closer. And I have to put pass a line HR and next line. Okay, now I have to create a div for the submit button, for the reset link. I have to call it raw, and inside of it I have to pass another div and call it call xs. Okay, and the length should be 6 colon d should be 6. That's it. Also, this is inside of it. This is where I'm going to pass my input type submit. Input type submit. Okay. Name submit. Value, for the value, I'm going to say sent reset link. Also, I need a class. I'm going to say class btn primary. Okay. I'm going to use btn block btn like this, and then I have to say table index equal 2, or I can cut it from here so that you can see it clearly, guys. Okay, let me move it. Okay, space, and move this like this. Okay, that's the rest of it. It's on here. Okay, now next, pretty much almost done for this page. Okay, let me bring from back up, bring it up a little bit, keep everything close. Okay, input and div, this is the div for this, and keep this one close. I keep it space. No, yes, and then it's now to keep the space form. Okay, and at the end, let me call the footer, call php space, I'm going to say required. Okay, single quote, remember layout / footer.php, and put semicolon here, and go and save everything, save all. Now let's go back to our web browser, guys, and here, yes, and refresh the page and click on home button, login. That's work. Okay, as you can see. Okay, that's reset password. Go back to login page, go back to home page, and everything worked fine. This is the error message for login, error message, forgot password, error message. Okay, as you can see, so far so good. Let's go back. Now let me open this. We got everything, and next I have to create reset password on the file called resetpassword.php. We need it, and click on the main folder, right click, new file. I have to call it, I'm going to call it reset capital P for password, capital P, password.php, and you click on enter. Okay, now for the reset password, .php, let me add the first thing I'm going to say. I'm going to call php, and I'm going to say required single quote, and includes / I call the folder first, and I call the file config.php, and put semicolon. Now Now, if login redirect the user to member page, I'm going to say if user is login, it is the function. I'm going to pass my code here. I have to redirect. I'm going to say header. Okay, single quote. Location member page, member right here, member page dot php, and put a semicolon. After that, I have to exit. Okay, put semicolon. Now I'm going to say reset. I have to work on the reset token. Now, reset token equal hash. A single quote is value 256, yes, and put a comma space and call the get and bracket single quote. Now I have to call the key element. Okay. I'm going to put a semicolon because remember I have to. This is the end of is login. Okay. Now next I have to use a statement. I have to use a statement db prepared. Okay, db prepared single quote. I want to select reset. Okay, select reset token, comma, reset complete from our table called members, where reset, okay, where reset token equal space colon, where reset token equal token. Okay, now I have to put a semicolon here. Nope, semicolon. And next line. If you want, I can cut it for you. I can cut it from here. Okay. And next line. Okay. Now next line, I have to use whoa. Okay. No, after prepare our statement, I have to execute that statement. Okay. Now I have to use a statement again. At this time, I have to execute statement execute with an array. Pretty much the same thing. Keep repeating the same thing. Single quote colon token. Space. And when you go there, you create a space, and now you have to call the reset token. And we put a semicolon here. Now this is where I'm going to call whoa equal statement. Now I have to fetch, okay, PDO, okay, fetch PDO, fetch association, semicolon. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, now I'm going to, if no token from database, then kill the page. Meaning, if the password already changed. That's what I'm going to do right now. Let me write it down. If, okay, if no token from DB, from the database, then kill the page. Okay? Meaning, what I mean by that, meaning if the password already changed. Okay. For this reason, I'm going to say if, okay, if empty if the row is empty, come on. If the row is empty for the reset token, okay, this is what's gonna happen. I'm going to put all of my code inside here, execute it. I have to stop. I'm going to say stop, space, equals single quote, invalid token provided. Please use the link provided in the reset email. Period. And I'm going to put a semicolon. But else if this statement, this one is done, up. Okay, this is where I'm going to say else if condition, else is the row, okay, else if the row bracket single quote, fd is the row of the reset complete right here, else if the row of the reset complete right after the bracket, space, equal yes single quote, equal yes. Now what we should do, I'm going to put my code here, stop it, stop equal single quote, and I'm going to say your password has already been changed. Okay, semicolon. Now this is done. Now what I'm going to do now next, guys, I'm going to, if the form has submitted, process it. I'm going to say, let me put it like this. Form submitted, process it, and I'm going to say if is set, I'm going to post method, okay, post, when you click on the submit button, if is set submit, put my code here, if is set submit, if not is set for the, if there is no password inside the form, I have to call the post method. If not is set, if not posted the password, if not post the password, post bracket single quote password, okay. If not posted the password, when you click the form, when you click on the submit form, there is no password. There is no password, space. Also, there is, if not is set, the call post method, no password confirm, single quote, no password confirm. Okay, now we don't need this. Remember this, for this is the, let me mention this for you, end of submit. Okay, and I'm going to say error. I'm going to call, there should be an error here, equal single quote, I'm going to say both password field are required. Both password field are required to be entered. Okay, put a semicolon here. Okay, guys. Now, next, this is I'm going to do the basic um, validation. Okay, validation. For the basic validation, guys, I'm going to say if the length, string length, okay, $sign for the post. Oops. Let me go to edit, undo, edit, undo, and then undo. Make sure I got it. Undo. Okay. $sign underscore post. Okay. With the length post length of the password, single quote. Password is less than 3. Okay, and I have to put an error message here. I have to say error space equals single quote. I have to say password is too short. Okay, and put a semicolon here. Also, this done. I'm go here. We say if again a string length. Use the post of the password confirm. Password or for the password confirm is. Oh, I don't put it. I said, but I don't put it like this. Good. Is less as well as less than 3. Oh, something is missing here. Like this one. Okay, and I put my code inside of here. I have to call the error message error. Okay. Single quote. I'm going to say password. Password is too short. Now, okay, guys. Next, if post now, let's go post. If when you post the password, okay, single quote. If post password is not equal, let me show you. If post password is not equal space to the post password confirmed, if the password is not equal to the password confirmed, what's going to happen? Bracket single quote password confirm. I'm going to put my message here. I'm going to pass my error message. I'm going to say, okay, single quote, password do not match. Okay, semicolon. Also, next, now I have to check for, errors. If no errors have been created, carry on. Okay, that's what I say. If there is no error, if not, set error $sign. Okay, and not set error, I have to hash password. I have to hash password equal user prepare hash. Okay, not you user password hash, not prepare. Sorry, password hash, and now I have to call the post method. Oops, nope. I have to call the post method bracket single quote and call password. And after that, I put the comma space. I'm going to say password underscore be crypt, semicolon. And inside of this if, I'm going to use a try catch block. I'm going to say try. Okay. And inside of this try, I'm going to use my statement equal $db that going to prepare for me. Okay. Double quote. I'm gonna have to update my table, update members, and set my password equal colon hash password, comma, not done yet, hash password, comma, reset complete equal single quote yes. Okay. And after the closing single quote, I go in where I say where reset a token equal colon token. Okay. Now I can put my semicolon here. I can cut this one if you want, guys, on yes. And yes, now you can see it. You can see everything pretty much. Yes. Okay. I'm not done yet. Next line. This is where I'm going to use my statement. I'm going to use my statement. Now I have to execute my statement. I have to execute my statement with the array. Okay. And I do this, and I go here. Okay. Now, this is where I'm going to pass my first single quote, colon, has, I'm going to say hash password, okay, go after, and $, hash, and I'm going to call hash password, comma, next line, single quote, colon, I'm going to call quote, token, okay, and call war, and single quote, I'm going to say reset token, and I put my semicolon over here. Okay, next, what I'm going to do, and I have to redirect to the user to index page. Okay, now I have to say header header location login.php question mark action, okay, equal reset account, and I put my semicolon over here at the end. And not only that, I have to exit. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do now, I have to use now I have to use my catch block and bring this up. After the exit, I have to use my catch block, and the catch block should be sent with PDO exception E, and put my code here. Code should be my error message Okay, error equal this little guy, copy and paste it. Okay, get message. Okay, semicolon. Pretty much okay, almost done. Put this pretty much close. Okay, next, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to define the title. Remember, I defined the title pretty much on the all the pages. Define page title, and I'm going to say title equal single quote, the title called reset account. Okay, now I have to include header template. To include the header template, this is where I have to say required single quote include the header template is found inside of the header template. Let me see, header template is found inside of the inside of the layout. I have to say layout, call the folder first, and I call what I want, header.php. Okay, and then put a semicolon here. This is where I close my PHP tag. I always do that mistake. For the end of his login, if we go up, end of his login, after exit the application, I have to put I always open it. I have to copy this and cut this one, cut it, and go back. After the exit, you should paste it. Okay, this for end. Okay, is login, and let's go back. Okay, now I have to. This is where I close. Yeah, PHP close tag. Okay, next I have to create our form. I have to create our form. Okay, our form to for the reset password, where you ask the user to put a password, a new password, and confirm new password. Okay. For this reason, I have to create a div with a container. I have to create a container and then put something here. Okay, just to separate for you. Okay, I put form. Okay, inside of it, I've created another div, a class called row. Pretty much the same thing. Keep repeating the same thing. Another div, class called call xs. It should be 12 length. The width, sorry. Also call sm8, the length. Call it should be md at this time. It's supposed to be s6. Call space sm offset at this time 2 and space call md offset 3. Okay, and inside of it, let me go up. Inside of it, this is what I'm going to call PHP. Okay, I'm going to call PHP and call echo. I have to call echo and put my phrase here and close it. Close my P, and inside of the first one, open it and create a class with single quote pg danger, this is an error message pass here. Now I have to call the stop message, stop, and semicolon. Okay, put this is where we call, I call PHP, or no, for the in order to stop this I have to create the stop function here inside of the PHP, but that's why I have to say PHP if, okay, that's why I have to say PHP if, and I have to here I have to cut this line of code, cut it and paste it here. Yes, if PHP if is set, okay, stop. Now if you say stop and then equal stop, and else if else, okay, now I have to put the PHP, the closing PHP. Follow me, guys. I have to put the closing PHP, cut it here, and I have to put it over here, paste it over here, okay, and I have to, okay, else, okay, and this is where I have to create my form. I have to create my form inside of the else. For the class, we don't need class, cut it. For action, leave it blank. Method post, fine. Autocomplete off. And inside of the form, I have to pass a header h2, and I have to call it change password. And after this line, I have to pass a line called HR. Okay. Not only that, guys, after that I have to pass my the PHP code to check for any errors. This is where I call PHP. This is where I call PHP. I say if check for errors. I can put check for errors, and I'm going to say if is set errors, okay. If is set errors, I'm going to pass my code here. If is set errors, I have to use a for each loop. I have to, if is set errors, error as error, okay. No, we don't need the rest of, okay. Let me go up, and I have to pass my code here, and then to equal space single quote, I have to put use a phrase p, and I have to close it. Remember, I told you the second one should find itself inside of the single quote, okay. And inside the first one, I have to pass a class equal double quote bg, and this one is for the German message, and close with the single quote, opening, closing, and the middle I have to put that and call the error, and put under that, and now I can close it, okay, and put a semicolon, and put a semicolon at the end. And okay, this is it. And now is the form, and as we continue inside of the form, I have to create a div called row. Now, because I have to create the field, okay, and inside of this div, I have to create another div call and pass a class called colon xs, as this time 6 space colon sm 6 space colon MD6. Okay, and inside of it I'm going to use another div for to a class called form group, and inside of this one here, this is where I'm going to pass my input to put enter the value. Input type password, okay, name password. We don't need a value. We don't need the values, and we need ID. ID equal password, and I need a class. I need a class called form control input, like this. Okay, and also I have to code it for you. To put a place, I want a placeholder. I'm going to say new password, and after that I have to create tab index. The tab index should equal 1. Okay, this is a div for this is this div. Okay, and I have to cut this one, put it closer for you guys, just so that you can see. Let me fix it. Space. Okay, this is for this. I have to keep it close. Okay, this is the form. Not okay. Pretty much almost done. Almost done for this one. Almost done for this one. And inside of the wall, okay. Inside of the wall, this follow me. This right here, and I go in. I'm still inside of this div right here. I go next. Okay, I have to create another div. I have to create another div for confirm password. This is the password. Remember, for the reset, new password and confirm new password. Or what I can do, I can copy, or do not put this. I can copy from here, copy this code, and paste it over here, and make some changes. And form group, we're gonna keep this. This is okay, but input type password, yeah, we have to keep it. Name, we have to put something, not password. We have to put a name, password, confirm. ID should be where is our ID? Should be password confirm. Okay. Also for the class, we have to keep it like this, and for the placeholder, we have to not new password. Placeholder should be confirm password. Yes, on tab index 1, which is fine. Or after that, let me bring this higher, and after that I have to create a line with HR and go. Now we need the button, the submit button. That's why I create a div after the line. I create a div called row, okay, for the submit button, and create another div. Or we can copy this if you want, guys. Or no, let me put it this way. Create another div class, and you can copy this like this. These two, copy and paste it in. Okay, this is it's supposed to be MD. Okay, it's supposed to be small. Now inside of this div, this is where we have to pass our input. It should be inputs submit. Input submit name submit. Input submit name submit. For the value, I'm going to say change password for the button. Now I need a class. Next line, I need a class. I pass a class called btcn primary btcn block and btcn like this. And next we want tab index equal 3. Okay, let me go up a little bit for you. Now this div, this is for this row. Now we can close. Pretty much done for this page. Let me bring the form a little bit up for you. You can see. Okay, and this, let me see. We have this. Let me look for this. Probably get an error. Else, let me see. I'm supposed to bring this somewhere else. This is this close. Else, let me go back. Click on it. Let me look for the opening. The opening is here. Let me figure out where it's supposed to be. Okay, this is for the else statement. When I said else and PHP, I'm going to say, yeah, close this one. PHP close the opening, and then I have to use a PHP to close the ending. So for this reason, I'm going to put PHP here. No, first let me put it this way. I put PHP, and I have to close it with PHP. Why I do that? Because on top, remember the else statement, here I use a PHP. I close it with PHP, and for this one I have to use PHP as well. Okay. Let me keep those pretty much, and at the end I have to include our call. Let me say PHP and require put our footer page. I'm going to say require single quote layout / footer dot PHP. Put semicolon and save everything, save all. Now we can go back to our browser, guys, and refresh the page and click on login, and click on login. Say this error message, which is good. Go back, register, error message, which is good. Now forgot password, this is it. Click on error message, okay, which is good. Go back. So now let's see if we can register and log in. What is missing? Let's go back. We have a footer, header, index, login. We have member page.php, reset password.php. Also, we need logout page. Yes. Let's create logout page. Go to our main folder, click on new file, and say logout.php. And click on enter. For logout.php, what do we need for logout.php? We need the first thing I'm going to call PHP, and I'm going to say required config. Find itself inside of the include folder and call config.php and put a semicolon at the end. Next, this is where I'm going to log out for the user. I'm going to log the user out. That's why I say user log user logout. Okay. Also, this is I'm going to log in to return to the index page. That's why I say I'm going to say header header location index.php. Okay. Also I have to exit. Okay. Semicolon, and this is a closing PHP, and save it. Save all and open this. Let's see what is missing. Inside of the, we have everything. Okay, mail.php, and we have it. I'm going to put, remember, I put the inside of the mail.php, you put your password, your email address, sorry. And inside here, password, I will put my password for this email address and show you how this work. Okay, let do that. Let me see what is missing here. Let me see what is missing. Do we have user? Yes, we have user page. Okay, and we have config, index, login, logout, member page. We have pretty much everything. We have reset.php, reset password that PHP. Let's see. Let me try to see. Let me go to our browser and see if we can to register and log in, because we got our database and member database login underscore system and our table name members. Okay. Okay, remember that, guys. Now let's go to see what we got. Let me put. Before that, let me show you our database. It's empty, nothing yet, and I can show you my email address. There's nothing new. Okay, let me register Jimdel and put my password, my email address. Okay, let me put my password, and I'm going to check the validation, put something else, and click on register. Now it gives me an error. It's a uncaught PDO exception, uncaught PDO syntax error or access violating. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Okay, version for the right on index.php on line 20. Index.php on line 20. Let me see. We have an error message. Statement. Database prepared. Select username. Let me see. Select username from members where username equal username. Above, let me see, you got username here. Is valid username for the validation. That's why I'm checking to see if it's working, if it's working fine. Yeah, I'm trying to find the error, guys. It's on line 20. Statement DB prepared. Select username. Oh, this is form. It should be form. Okay, let me fix that. Form, as you can now, it should be purple. Okay. Select username from members where username equal username. Let me save everything. Save all and go back and refresh the page. Resend. Okay. As you say, it said password do not match. Okay, that's which is good. It's fine. Let me put the normal password. Okay, password. Now this is it should be. Let me, before I go too far, this is password. This one has to be confirmed password. Go back and index.php. Go back to our form where I said, let me see, name, password, ID, password. whoa, okay. Input type password, name password ID. Password. Let me see, password, password confirm, password ID. The second placeholder should be confirm password, not password, I think. Capital. Okay. Confirm password and save it. Resend. Okay, this is it. Okay, confirm password. Let me put my password. Okay, now I click on register. We have an error, guys. Another error is a call to undefined method user password hash online on index.php on line 58. Line 58. Let's go on line 58. Let's say hash password, user password. Oh, that one should be user password hash. Yeah, yes. Line 58. Yeah, there's a, yeah, it should be HASH. Yes, this is how it's supposed to be. Also, let me click save all again and go back and refresh the page. Resend. Okay, guys, as you can see, it's worked fine. Let me go to our database phpmailer, refresh the page. Okay, one was affected. This is my username. This is my password hash. This is my email address. This is the active code. Reset token not yet. Reset complete. Now I have to check my because I said registration successful. Please check your email address to activate your account. Let me go and refresh it. Nothing yet. Refresh it to see if I got something. I have nothing. Okay. I have nothing. I don't know if I missed something or I don't know. Okay. Let me go back and delete this. I'm going to delete the, yeah. Okay, I delete it and refresh. Oops. And go back to normal. Okay. Because I have nothing yet. I find nothing yet. Let's go back to normal. Let me this time use a different one. My email address. Okay, password. Okay. And click on register. Okay, no problem. It's a registration successful. Please check your email to activate your account. I still got 32. And click on phpmailer. Okay. And click on my email address. Nothing yet. Refresh. Nothing yet. Maybe something is missing. I don't know because I got everything here for the active. Okay. Let me go back. Activation. Random true. Password hash. Okay. I'm going to check to see what's going on, guys. Okay, guys, I pretty much found the error because one file is missing. Because if when I check by checking the active, I have the active colon right here. I got the code. That's why it cannot send the this code to my email address. Why? Because I don't have the active file here. So inside of the click on the main folder and go to new file. This is where I have to create active.php. So I have to code this, and I have to call php, okay, and I have to say required single quote include / config that PHP, because the program is running. We run the program, it's fine, there's no error anymore, but we don't receive any email. Okay, and semicolon. Now what I'm going to say, I have to collect values, okay, I have to collect values from the URL. Yes. For this reason, I have to say member ID. If you go here inside the database, this is the member ID. I'm going to say member ID. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to $, member ID equal. I have to trim that and call the get method bracket single quote x and semicolon, and I have to call active. Now this is where I have to call the active code, and I have to trim it as well and call the get method and bracket single quote y. Okay. Now, if ID is number and the active token is not empty, carry on. This is what I have to code here. For this reason, I have to say if is numeric, okay, which is member ID, and I have to concatenate but not empty the active, okay. I have to carry on. I'm going to put my code here. Okay, now I have to use a statement. I'm going to say statement $sign db prepare for me, okay, and I have to update my table members, and I have to set it to the active code that equal to single quote that equal to yes, space, where my member ID, okay, equal colon member ID. Okay, and the active code should be equal colon active semicolon. Okay, I can cut it here for you so that you can see it. Okay, I have to use another statement to execute it. I have to say statement execute the above code. Statement is executed with the array. Okay, I'm going to do it single quote colon member ID, okay, $sign and call member ID, comma, single quote colon. Now I have to call the active space and call the active. Okay, and I have to put my semicolon over here. Okay, now I have to say if the row has updated, we'll select the user. And for this, I have to use if and use a statement inside of this if $sign statement. I have now to the row to I want the row to count. Row count. Okay, should equal to 1, and enter my code here. I'm going to this is where I have to redirect to login page header single quote location login.php question mark action equal active. Okay, semicolon, and then after that I have to exit, semicolon. Else if something happened, this is our last but not least, our last line of code. Else, okay, else equal double quote. This is where I'm going to pass my message. Your account could not be activated, period, and put the semicolon at the end and save everything. We said save all. Now we can. Okay guys, now I think pretty much we're done. We have pretty much we have everything that we need. Let's go back to our and then delete this one and refresh phpmailer and go back to normal. Okay, now let me register with a different name right now. Let me put it here, Jimdel-Edu, and use my email address. Okay, and use my password. Okay, and click on register. Now it'll say username must be at least 3 alphanumeric characters. That's too long. That's fine. As you can see, the validation works fine. I'm going to keep it like this, and you put my password. Okay, and click on register. Okay, it's a registration successful. Please check your email to activate your account. Let me go to phpmailer and refresh the page. And okay, this is everything. Now let me go to my email address and refresh the page to see if what I got. Nothing yet. Still nothing. Let me go back because we created active.php right here, and everything pretty much look active. Update members. Okay, I'm trying to find out. Okay guys, I think I pretty much found the error message, the error that the application it's one fine, but we cannot receive the email. Okay, let me go to our code. I think it should be on send email. I might forgot few line of code on top of here. After the comment send email, I'm going to put two, give the direction, the post subject, the two subject body, because I did not add it when I remember. $, and I'm going to call post, bracket single quote, and this is where I have to call email to send it to my email. Also I have to call for the subject, I have to pass something, the message, and tell the user that a registration, this is a registration confirmation. Okay, and put a semicolon. Next line, this is for the for the body. Say equal single quote and user phrase p, and close it, close that p. Okay, I have my message will be thank you for registering ing at Jimdel-Edu. Okay, and next, I can copy this line of code and paste it over here. Remember this, the closing double quote, let's keep it. Next message is I'm going to say to activate your account, please, okay, click on this link, and I have to use anchor tag A and close it. And inside of the first one, open it and create a class, double quote, not class, sorry, I have to say href, okay, equal the first single quote, href equal single quote, and then double quote, okay, and after that I put that, this is the direction, and then that again, and after the double quote, and I have to put active that php question mark, okay, and I put the x for the code, and equal x equal $i, okay, no, $id, sorry, $id, and concatenate y equal the $activation, okay, and after that here I have to put that the diy inside of the double quote, I have to say double quote that diy that, and after the closing I'm going to say active, okay, that php, and question mark, and x equal $id, concatenate y equal $activation, okay, and close p, close p. This is the closing double quote. I have to go to next line. Let me cut this one here for you so that you can see. I'm going to cut this one here. That's still too long. Let me cut it. I'm going to cut this one here and bring this back, okay, that's and after, let me close this a little bit so that you can see the rest. We still got more. Okay, let me cut this one here because I don't want you to miss anything, guys. Okay, and this is from here, href single quote, and then double quote, and p, and after that I'm going to use a p. Oh, no, go to edit, undo, okay, use the P like a phrase, and close it, P. And this is where I pass the message. I said, regards site admin. Okay, and close it and bring the closing double quote back and put a semicolon. Yeah, because I missed this part. That's why I don't receive. That's why I don't receive email, guys. And save everything. Save all, and go back to email confirmation. This is always missing. Registration confirmation. Okay, confirmation. Okay, go back and then now refresh everything and go back to email address. Refresh it, nothing new, and check everything empty, and let me register, guys. Okay, my email address, okay, put my password and click on register. No, okay, registration successful. Please check your email address. And when I check my refresh this, I got one row. Okay, this is for my database. I receive everything, and refresh my email address. Okay, guys, as you can see, it's working now. This is the new email, registration confirmation right here, and click on it. Okay, thank you for registering. Did I put a registering at yes, Jimdel-Edu? This is the line of code that I add, as you can see right here. That's why we did not receive any email. And let me go back. And to activate your account, please click on this link, regards site admin, and click on this link. When I click on this link and bring it back to, you see, action equal active. Now your account is now active. You may now log in. Let me log in. Let me check my username. Okay, Jimdel, and let me put right here Jimdel and put my password. TST, and click on login. Now it gives me another error. Call to a member function prepare on user.php line 15. User.php. Let me go to user.php line 15 to see what's going on. Statement this, database prepare, select password. Oh, this is what we have. Okay, I have this. This is a backslash. Remove it and save all. Go back, refresh, send. Nothing happened. Let me see. Send, nothing happened. Okay, active yes, and active equal yes. Okay, go back, refresh, active yes. It should be work fine. Active yes, and our error message right here. Okay, now what I'm going to do, guys, I'll have to delete this and refresh the page and go back and refresh my email address. Make sure I have nothing here. Okay, and start over. Okay, let me log in again at this time. Different name. My email address. Password. Okay, and click on register. Okay, fine. Check my email, go to my database, refresh it. Okay, I got everything. Once again, go to my email address, refresh it. Okay, I got one more email, and I click on it. Okay, click on the link. Okay, now let me log in now and click on login. I still got the same error message. User class. Okay, Now this is the user get user. Okay, let me go back. Line 15, there is an error of database request. Select password, username, member ID for member where username equal username and active equal yes. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. Okay, guys, now let me see if I can finish with this, because the error, you got error that says on line 17, 15, 17. I'm trying to figure out where the error is. Include password, extend password, db function const. Oh, okay. Here's the error, guys. I put a function. I did not add the s after construct. Okay, let me add the s. That's not capital S. Let me add the s and save the program. Save all and start over. Okay, let me show you. Nothing new yet. Also, this is refresh this. This is clear. Now let me log in, and my email address. Okay, and password. Okay, and click on register. Okay, it's successful. Now check my email address. Now, okay, and click on refresh the page. As you can see, is my username, password hash, and then email. This is the active code. And now I'm going to check my email address. Okay, I got one more email address. Okay, right here, and I click on it. I'm going to activate my email address. I have to click here. Okay, now say your account is now active, and I go back again. This is the active. It should be yes. Let me refresh it. As you can see, active yes. And now let me log in. Check my username again. This is my username. Okay. Okay. And now let me enter my password. Click on login. Now, let me see, another error. User that PHP on line 20. Line 20, return statement. Fetch. Oh, this is the error again. After statement, guys, you see I forgot to put the error like this. I only put that dash and I not put this. This is how code, and then save everything, go back, and if we refresh the page, it should be fine. As you can see, this is it. And log out page, and we log out, it's also, and refresh this. That's fine. Okay. One more, and then delete this and refresh it. Also, we don't need this, and let me start over. Okay, let me register with different name. Okay, at this time I'm going to put 03 and enter my email address, and put my password, and click on register. Okay, I'm waiting now. Okay, and refresh here. Okay, as you can see, username 03, and check my email. This is it. Okay, and click on my email and click on the link. Okay, let me log in. 03, put my password, and click on login. Okay, as you can see, there is no error, guys. This is fine. Welcome, Jimdel-Edu, and here's the logout. Click on logout. Okay, click here, and active should be yes. Yes. Now let's see if I can do a last thing in case you forget your password. Try to log in. put Jimdel-03 and put something, you know, like, okay, and click on login. Error message, your wrong username or password or account has not been activated yet. That's when I forget my password. Okay, I click on forget. Now I have to reset password, and they ask me to enter my email address. And I reset link. I got error. On reset.php line 52, undefined method mail. Reset line 52. This is reset line 52. Line 52. This is undefined. The message said undefined method mail. If this was a mistake, just ignore. Okay, I pretty much to reset it. I pretty much all get all the message here. Reset password. Undefined mail. I got two subject body mail. Let me see what's going on for the reset password. On line 52, like this is line 52. Oh, okay, this is the error message, guys. I passed the body with the $sign twice, as you can see. This is the $sign, also the $sign. We don't need the first one. The first one, you have to cut this one and save everything and go back and refresh the page. It should be fine. Resend. Okay. As you can see, now it said, please check your inbox for a reset link. Let me check my, no, before that, let me refresh my phpmailer to see reset token. As you can see, I have reset token, I have a link, but for the reset complete, no, not yet, but for the reset token, I have the code. Okay, check my email address to see if okay, I received the, oh, there is no subject. I supposed to put something, reset password. Maybe I did not add it inside of this code. Let me see. I think I passed it here. Okay. Okay, this is the link. Okay, someone requested that the password need to reset. If this was this is the message. Okay, now I have to click to reset your password. Visit the following address. Click on this. When I click on this, login, this gives me an error. Localhost reset. This is when I click on this. This gives me an error message. You don't have permission to access this resource. Okay, let me see what maybe something is missing here. Cache the session location login.php equal reset exit. It should be like this. Let me see, body to, oh, no subject. So okay, this is add address to. I have to put one more thing here, mail subject. Okay, equals $sign subject. Put a semicolon, and body is okay, send is okay. If I go over here, because I have subject, this is a password reset. Yeah, we should call the subject, and is the token, the key. Reset password.php. Okay. Reset password.php. Okay, let's go back, and we have to start over. Okay, now I have to refresh this and delete this part, refresh it, and go back to my email address and start over again. Okay. All right. Now I have to. All right. Now I was not supposed to delete. Okay. Let me. Okay. Email address. Password. And click on register. Okay, that's fine. And refresh this. Okay, this is it. Go to my email address. Okay, for the registration confirmation, click on it. Click on the link. Okay. Oh no, my username is wrong. Now enter my password. Click on OK. Okay, that's fine. Click on login, log out, sorry. Now let me try to log in. Put and password. Now what if I forgot my password? I don't forget password. And they asked me to enter my email address. Okay, and reset link. Okay, now is it check my inbox, go to my email address. Before that, let me go here and reset. I got the reset token link. Go to my email address, and this is it. No subject. How come? Because I passed the subject, I'm supposed to find it. Let me see once again. This is subject, password reset. I'm supposed to. Oh, I did not save the page, guys. As you can see here, I did not save. I forgot to save the page. Now I save it, but okay. Let's go back. Let's click on it. We still not redirect. Maybe something is missing. Let me check the reset password page. Yes, it's fine. We have the code here. We have the code here. Includes. Let me see if I folder include config. Because reset. This is reset password. This is probably the error should. Let me double check again. Password confirm. And string hash password user. Okay, that's look good. Reset account, header, title is a container. Okay, something is not right here. Reset token. Let me see. This is the reset token. Okay. Memberpage.php. Also reset token hash. Okay. Get key. This is why I call key statement db prepare select reset token. Also reset complete from members where reset token equal token that fine statement execute error token reset token. Okay, this is the war statement. Fetch PDO fetch association if empty war reset token. Stop invalid token provided. Please use the link. Okay, that's the else if war reset complete equal yes. Stop your password already been changed. If post submit, if not post the email address, the password also not post the password confirm. Error message before must be entered the string password. Okay. Error message password too short. The string password confirm. Password is too short. If password is not, go to password confirm. Password do not match. Reset error. Hash password, username, user password, hash password be crypt. I don't see the error yet. Reset complete equal yes. Where reset token. Okay, guys, 1 second. Let me try to figure out what's going on. I think for the inside of the site email. This is site email. I did not put out a single quote. Then try to finish this, and I find the error message. Okay. Let's start over. Let me show phpmailer empty email nothing, and let me register. Put my password. Okay, and click on register button. Okay, this is work fine, and refresh this. As you can see, everything fine. Click on my, okay, this is my email address, one new, click on it. This is the link. When I click on the link, now I see account is activated, click login. And let me check my username again. Okay, let me check password. Okay, click on login. Okay, now I'm logging, fine. Log out. Okay, now what? I'm going to log in to see if, and click here, refresh it. Active should be yes. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to try to log in to see if, in case I forget my password. Okay, and for password, yeah, I say okay, forget password. I click on forget password. They're asking for my email address. Okay, and click on reset link. Okay, now check my inbox, and before I have to refresh this, now I have the code for the reset token, but for the reset complete, nothing yet. And I've checked my email and click on inbox. Okay, this is it. Now password reset. Okay, click on it. Here's the link. When I click on it, that will direct me to change the password. Now let me change my password. Okay, and click on change password, and then this is fine, work fine. Now it say password change, you may now log in. Now let me, before I log in, let me go and refresh this for the reset complete. As you can see, reset complete, yes, that work fine. Now password change, now I can log in with the new password. Click OK, and then this is it. Welcome Jimdel, log out. Okay, guys, this is it. This is where I stop. This is work fine. We find few errors. This is how, when you're coding, when you're doing something, probably, and try to find the error and fix it, and run the program again and make it work fine. Okay. This is, guys, this is work fine. You send email on form submission with a verification link. This is it. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to do that. I would greatly appreciate it from you. Also, this is it. This is a last part 2. I did part 1. This is part 2. This is it. Thank you for your time. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.